Next on the agenda under correspondence, we have an update regarding the 2012 Urban Deer Archery Hunt. And it's, we have
Mr. Rick Bebout, our
Bebout.
volunteer coordinator for this initiative.
Thank you. At the request of the city manager, I wanted to update City Council on the plans for the 2012 Urban Archery Deer Hunt. This year, the hunt will run from September 8th through December 31st. I believe we'll have about the same number of hunters, 65 to 70 hunters this year participating. In addition to the 7 properties from 2011, we have added quite a few properties this year. Kreps, White, and Dorsey's Knobs Parks. And I might add that, what's that?
no.
Oh, excuse me. And
Mr. Bebout, if I may ask you to clarify the very early morning hours before
yeah.
operation, and that'll be part of your presentation tonight.
Absolutely. I've worked very closely with the Boat Park Commission, Committee, and we have set up the access on these 3 properties, public properties, to be as discreet as possible, and we have a really good plan.
So they're really
Concerns. We have 4, maybe 6 parcels in South Point Circle, the West Virginia Botanical Garden, a 28-acre parcel paralleling the Greenback Road, a single parcel on Chalfont Street or Chalfont Avenue, and I'm still evaluating several private and WVU properties that we're still working on. Plan to wrap those up in the next 1 to 2 weeks. Work with the city attorney, work with the city manager in finalizing the rules. In terms of the hunt itself, the only major differences in rules set by the West Virginia Division of Natural Resources, each hunter now has a 7 deer limit, and hunters will have the ability to take 2 deer per day. And the thing that I think that will benefit most is the city of Morgantown and the food banks and the food shelters that will stand to see an increased donation of meat by our hunters. This time I'd like to thank everybody on the city council and the city manager's office that has worked with my group, and I'll take any questions that any of you may have.
This has gone through the Boat Park Board, because there's Krebs Park and White
Absolutely.
Park, with their approval.
Yes, I've been working with them for over a year on this.
The city manager mentioned some hour restrictions in some of the properties.
Yeah, without having the specifics in front of me.
Just in general.
Yeah, all the parks will be from daylight till 10 a.m. and then 3 hours, the last 3 hours of daylight. Same hours of operation we did with the Arboretum, Core Arboretum, and you know, the Boat Park Committee was very impressed with how things went with the Core Arboretum operation last year. In fact, the operation went so well, the manager of the Arboretum asked for more hunters this year.
Mr. Chair. How, my understanding is antlerless does have to be taken first. I guess with the 2 per day, it's just the first of whatever day. Is that how that would work?
Sure. Yeah. Each hunter is allowed out of those 7 deer, 5 antlerless deer, 2 antlered deer. The state and the city, requires the first one to be antlerless. But I guess once the hunter's taken an antlerless deer, the next day, certainly the first of the 2 could be an antlered buck.
Okay.
Oh, I have no comment except that Boat Park Board supported this.
And Marty's on the Boat Park
Unanimously.
Board.
Marty's on.
Well, I have one other question.
Any other questions?
I have one.
Let's want to make sure.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, Jim.
Yes, if anyone else has.
Jim.
How do you, if you're looking at a given park, are the tree stands established by you, by the hunter? How do you establish where the stands might be in a given park?
I've worked with the Boat Park Board. I've actually toured some of the properties with Mark Wise, and like I said, we've really tried to make this as discreet as possible. I've gone extra lengths on Dorsey's to secure access through a private landowner to the bottom side of the park. So you know, the general public isn't going to see the majority of the people in these places. And we have some special requirements to get the deer out of the woods in a really discreet manner as well.
I know that they were pleased in the Arboretum last year.
What's that?
I know they were pleased in the Arboretum last year. so.
Yeah. And if you've ever been in any of our parks, you know the significant damage to the understory that's occurring.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
Just to add, given the direction to finalize the locations during the next couple of weeks, the Office of the City Manager will begin administration and distribution of permits for the 2012 season to commence on Saturday, September 8th.
Yep.
So with that, we'll be offering some updates in terms of us proceeding along those lines, and we'll be squared away. So thank you again, Mr. Bebout.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.